going on?
Well, there's a police car coming out this way. I wonder what that's all about. We're in Port Moresby, and we're actually just hiding on our boat right now. They finished with the APEC, but it turns out that there's been a bit of unrest after APEC.
Widespread looting happened in Port Moresby.
Angry local police and national soldiers have stormed Papua New Guinea's parliament building, shattering windows and tearing up furniture. After working to keep the peace while the capital, Port Moresby, hosted the APEC summit.
The police have actually started the unrest. So there was quite a number of police officers involved in protecting all the delegates and Canadians, Australians, Americans. Everyone's been here. The police are sort of on the bottom of the totem pole from what we understand of being paid, and they were meant to have an allowance, I think, for basically all the overtime and living here because some of them came from other places. Well, they started a protest in front of the parliament buildings earlier. And now they've moved up over the hill, down the hill, and they've of course got guns because they're police, and they, they're shooting them off and a bunch of stuff going on. But it's pretty much the yacht club's on lockdown. We're in the yacht club. The supermarket, we were out provisioning. We got oodles of groceries, and we were told we were safe when we left. And by the time we got back, we were a little less safe because they're literally right across from the yacht club, sort of getting together in a big group to do, I have no idea what.
Basically, we don't know which police to trust. Like Ashley said, the yacht club's on lockdown now. They closed all the gates. All the staff were staring out at the windows. And we still need to get diesel to get out of here. So that's kind of our top priority is now, is just getting diesel so that if we need to pull out, we can pull out.
But it's a bit interesting because there's police boats right here, and we're meeting good police in the grocery store who are telling us, it's time to go, but you'll be fine to get there. But we just don't know. We don't know what's gonna happen.
But yeah, we're gonna stow our stuff and keep a low profile.
I will be fighting tooth and nail that every policeman that worked and made sure that their names are on the list, they will be paid out their allowances.
They will be paid their allowance. Get it from me. That's what is going to happen.
Okay, can you see that? Can you see those bugs? I've never seen so many weevils in a package of like lasagna noodles. I have never, ever seen this many weevils. I've made lasagna precisely once. I was gonna try again, but not with this. Look at them all, marching around, happy as can be. That is insane. They actually chew through the plastic. Every now and then you can see one like half stuck in the plastic, but the plastic helps a lot, and it usually stops it from spreading to your whole entire cupboard. But if you get a small hole in the plastic or something, it's like game over and they're in there. Some people call it protein, I call it garbage.
So we're just leaving Port Moresby. The riots have died down, the civil unrest is gone, and we're out of here. And we're actually made a really rash decision. And to explain this, I'm gonna lay a little bit of groundwork. So we move countries and locations based on cyclone and typhoon seasons. Right now in the southern hemisphere, we're coming into cyclone season. So we had to make a choice whether we go to Indonesia, where there's no cyclones, or we head north of the equator.
Or south to Australia. We could have, but it was really never on the table.
Or south to Australia where it's too cold for cyclones to exist.
So we left Vanuatu probably almost 2 months ago, and we were heading for Louisiade's PNG. And then we had to make a choice from there, whether we head north to Palau or west to Indonesia. Well, when we were in the Louisiades, we made the decision to head west to Indonesia. So that brought us to Port Moresby, where we are right now. Well, we got to Port Moresby, we got the internet, we started Googling Indonesia kind of versus the Philippines, and it turns out we really wanted to go to the Philippines. We wanted to get some kiting in, it's windy season up there, it just seems like amazing, plus we love it there. So we're actually changing our mind and we're going to sail 2 to 3 days backwards, back to Louisiades where we came from, and then go north. So it's a bit of an oops.
After we backtrack for 2 to 3 days, we're gonna head north up to the, I guess it's the northeast corner of Papua New Guinea, which is called Caving. And then from there, we're gonna cross the equator. We're gonna motor north across the equator, and then once we get into the wind, we'll sail to Palau. We're stoked.
We're super stoked.
Super stoked.
And in the meantime, we're going backwards to where we came from because, oops, that is okay. Can you see Port Moresby back there? Well, it's a little hazy today. When we arrived in Port Moresby, it was insane. There was like 6 or 7 warships kind of chilling around. There was Coast Guard boats buzzing us and helicopters flying overhead. And that was a week ago. It's empty here. We had no idea this is the way it normally was. It's pretty chilled out in Port Moresby. Not a lot of security anymore. No one is here. Nothing's about. And the world is calm. Goodbye, Port Moresby. It was fun, entertaining. You're sweating.
It's hot, and we're about to set off to cross the equator. We've always had this mobile air conditioning unit. It's like this little suitcase air conditioning unit that came with the boat, but we've never really run it because we didn't have an inverter big enough. So in New Zealand, when we were back in New Zealand doing a refit, we put in a new inverter, but we didn't think about this. So now I'm trying to rig up something so that I can run this mobile air conditioning unit while we're motoring, while it's sunny out, because we can run it off our solar, it turns out. Like, I tested it, but it needs a boost pump.
And how many jerry-rigged parts have you got for one little tiny piece of hose?
Well, I'm using some garden hose and a variety of other things. Anyways, I think it'll work. Hey Ash, how's the air conditioning?
It's really cold. It's been so hot, clothes are not okay.
Over the next few days, we got word from home that my dad was very ill. Confronted with this fact, we were faced with what would end up being a 20-day journey north and across the equator. Often, our movies are upbeat and fun. That's what people like to watch. Reality is, there are many hard times out here. Sailing around the world is no small feat. It takes dedication and persistence, and it comes with its sacrifices. The plan was to make one last stop in Papua New Guinea at the town of Caving and check out with customs, not to mention buy $1,000 worth of diesel. The race was on to get to Palau and fly home in time to see Dad one last time.
We're out of here. It's the end of our visit to Papua New Guinea. And we had a very, very short stop in Caving and heading straight to Palau without stopping here. And the reason we're doing this is family. Ben's dad is sick, very sick, and he's probably not gonna make it much past Christmas. So we're booking it. We're going fast. We're moving our little patooties to get to a place where we feel we can leave the boat securely and fly home. The last night, we've basically been up like all night with the last bit of the internet, booking our flights home. Thanks family for all the air miles. We really appreciate it. We couldn't have made it home without that. Making plans and figuring out how the heck we're gonna get to Palau in as short a time as possible, and buying an insane amount of diesel so that we can actually make it there, because we're crossing the equator, we're crossing the doldrums, and there's not a lot of wind. So it's gonna be an interesting passage. I'm sorry we couldn't bring you more of Caving. It looks like a cool place. We just saw a whole group of surfers go out there. We don't surf, but we really should learn because it looks awesome out there. The wonderful folks at Nusa Resort helped us immensely. We arrived here in the morning. We went to shore at like 10, and then diesel to us at like 4:30, delivered to our boat. And they've just been so fantastic. We're so grateful for Nusa Resort. What a wonderful freaking place, and a whole bunch of people that work there. Now we're off on a bit of a mission to get to Palau before our flights leave. Bye Papua New Guinea. You have been such a surprise and such a wonderful place. We're gonna miss you huge. The people here are just fantastic. If you ever get a chance, I highly recommend a visit. Please come to Papua New Guinea. Good evening. So we are about to cross the equator for the second time. So we're already shellbacks. So we're not pollywogs. There's not any kind of crazy weird ceremony we're gonna do. We do have to pay service to Neptune. And I'm gonna wake Ben up to do this because all hands on deck for this particular juncture. I've already poured 2 little tiny cups of scotch to get us going and for us to, you know, have a little swig and share the rest with Neptune. And hope he ensures us safe voyages for the rest of our journey as we carry on around this world. This is a very important thing, and it's all hands on deck, man. So I gotta go get Ben up. He's not gonna be happy because I forgot to talk about this with him, but he's gotta be up here. I've already got the scotch ready. It's our best liquor on board. Only the best for Neptune. What do you think? Let's go get Ben? Yeah, let's turn on all the lights and get Ben. Poor guy, I don't think he's gonna love getting up. You gotta come drink some scotch and toast Neptune. Scotch Neptune, come on.
Okay.
Come on, baby. Don't want to miss the equator.
I'm coming.
Scotch Neptune, the best scotch we got on board. Come on.
Okay.
Come on. Okay, I'll give him a few seconds of privacy so we can get decent. He's got about 4 minutes to get up. Let's see if he can do it. Yeah, he can do it.
You're gonna drink scotch.
We're gonna drink scotch, just a little bit. 0.16. Whoa, that must be yours.
Nothing like being woken up in the middle of the night to drink scotch. Cheers.
Cheers. And cheers, Neptune.
Neptune, man, you rock, man. You rock my world, Neptune.
You're hilarious, I love you.
Oh, yeah.
The rest is for Neptune.
Oh.
No, you gotta save some for him.
Okay, Neptune, you can have the rest.
We gotta go toast him, throw some overboard.
Okay, Neptune, here you go, buddy.
Yeah.
Open up, Neptune.
I can't see what I'm filming, hang on. Alright, Neptune.
Here you go, dude.
Woo!
Oh, yeah. Go get drunk, buddy. Good night.
Good night. Cheers. Put the fire in your belly. It's been a long time since we've had alcohol.
I'm going back to bed. So, my dad died and we were out here sailing, which is kind of sad. He was quite old, but still, we're heading home.
It's been a hard couple weeks in a sense. I mean, we booked our flights in caving. We basically spent 10 days getting to caving to spend 12 hours uploading a video, getting diesel, sleeping 2 hours, and then leaving again for another 9-day passage up here to Palau. So basically we've crossed the Pacific again.
Yeah, we've been basically traveling for 20 days now.
Yeah, we've managed to have a couple days to put the boat to bed for 3 weeks while we do a quick trip home and spend some time with loved ones, which is probably the thing we miss most out here is family and loved ones. So it is you have lots of friends and lots of relationships and lots of people out here, and your family does come for visits sometimes, but you miss these important moments sometimes with family, and it feels really good, and we're really grateful for our family for helping us get home. We wouldn't trade being out here for anything, but it's sometimes a bit hard. What'd you say?
Well, there's sacrifices, and me missing my father is one of those, so yeah.
Thank you from Nahoa for watching us and for supporting us and for following along on this epic journey. How sweaty are you? How hot is Palau?
It's hot here. Kind of get used to sweating, but it gets a little excessive when your body's like drenched 24/7. I'm ready to go home to the cold.